Well, good morning. Lovely sunny day in Wiltshire. Or is it Iowa? Well, today I've brought you out here because a scene from what is considered probably one of the best World War II films was actually filmed. And they used this very byway that I'm on now. What we're going to do, we take a little drive up to the end of the byway. It is a dead end byway. And then I'll explain to you what the significance of this byway is, but just take a little while to have a look at the beautiful scenery. You've got the long barrow over there, which I've seen quite a lot of people on, and yes, so for a little while in cinematic history this became Iowa. So let's go and take a look. This unfortunately is the end of the legal byway. It's a shame because it looks cracking all up there. So did anyone have any guesses as to why this would have been Iowa? And any idea what the film was? Well, anyway, we are going to explain all to you. Well, if you haven't guessed it already, I will put you out your misery The film in question was Saving Private Ryan, that incredible masterpiece by Steven Spielberg. And this scene that they use this byway for, a lot of people would say it's probably one of the most powerful scenes, and no words are actually spoken in the scene. And it's the bit where obviously Mrs. Ryan gets the letter that 3 of her sons have been killed in action. This part here is the first time you actually see this bit of byway, and just up where you can see that little bit of the lane going off to the left there, right on the corner was Mrs. Ryan's house. The barn was to the right of the hedgerow, and then you had the windmill water pump that was put in that field there. But this, I'll put a picture up, so I got a still from the film, and you'll see this is the first part that you see of this scene. And then I'll just show you a couple of other scenes, and yeah, it sort of blew my mind that this was actually filmed in Wiltshire. But could you take it for Iowa? I think Iowa's quite flat. Someone tell me different. If anyone's from Iowa, tell me. Does it look like Iowa? I don't know. But anyway, I'll just show you one of the next scenes, and I've got a still from it of the post box. It's at the bottom of the lane. So it brings us on to our next scene, and that is where you can actually see the mailbox. Now, I've no idea if that post was the one that was used in the film and they just stuck a mailbox onto it. Or screwed it. Let's go and see if there's anything on it. It's difficult to ascertain if... I mean, it's been there a long time. It is an old post. It wouldn't have surprised me. It's quite possible that... Quite possible. And then Mrs. Margaret Ryan's bungalow house, sorry, not bungalow, house was just at the top where the lane goes round to the left. Barn to the right. And what I assume is a water pump, I'm sure they are, the big tall windmills, would have been assembled somewhere over to, would have probably been assembled just sort of out here somewhere. This is the area that Margaret Ryan's house would have stood, or the mock-up of it. And I would guess that the porch area would have been somewhere around here. And this is where Margaret was looking out of her window at the car coming up this lane here, and it pulled up here, and then the army officer and the priest or chaplain got out the car, and then Margaret falls to her knees. The hedgerows have grown up significantly now, so there's no it's very difficult to pinpoint the exact location of where the water pump was, windmill, but it was just over there. But the barn would have been just over this side. Hopefully, again, these bushes. There's a low bit up here. We'll have a quick look where the low bit is. So the barn would have been built somewhere around there. So here we have it. Iowa in Wiltshire. Cracking location. Absolutely beautiful location. What an interesting little place, isn't it? You wouldn't have thought that a massive film like Saving Private Ryan would have filmed a scene just here. Makes you wonder how them scouts work out, like filming locations, doesn't it? And also you would have thought that they would have perhaps gone to Iowa. I don't know. Perhaps somebody knows that could let me know. I know that some of the beach scenes were filmed in Ireland, but there we have it. Well, I hope you enjoyed this little cinematic trip, and like I say, if you want to come out here and visit, it's a lovely location. Day like today, you could bring a picnic, and we'll see you on the next adventure.